y'all. Welcome back to Nini's Texas Kitchen. Today we're gonna make old-fashioned popcorn balls because it's the fall season. First things first though, before I get started, I want to say hi to my little grandson Asher, who's stationed overseas with his mama right now, and tell you, Asher, I love you so much and I miss you, boy. I'll see you soon. Alright, we're going to make some popcorn balls today. So, I've already popped my popcorn, as you can see. And it's about 2 to 3 bags of microwave popcorn if you use that. I made mine on the stove in a Jiffy Pop with the old-fashioned popcorn kernels because I just like that better. But I did that earlier. That was some prep work. Now, for the syrup that's going to go over them to form them into balls, you're going to need 2 cups of sugar. You're going to need 1 cup of white Karo syrup and 3 tablespoons of butter and a cup of water. Then you're going to need a candy thermometer and a wooden spoon to cook it all, stir it all together. So the candy thermometer that I've got here, you have to cook it to softball stage, which is 240 degrees Fahrenheit or 116 degrees Celsius. So the first thing that I'm going to do is go ahead and add my corn syrup to my sugar. And we're going to add our water and stir it all together. Get it nice and moist. Go ahead and turn your heat on to like medium high so it can start heating up, and you can add your butter, 3 tablespoons. So we got our butter going and our water and sugar and corn syrup mixture. Now I'm going to go ahead and put my candy thermometer back on here, and you want it to be close and make sure it stays into the syrup stuff, but you don't want it to actually touch the bottom. You just want it to be in the liquid, the stuff that you're cooking. So you put it in there, you go ahead and stir. You want to get your butter melted. It's okay to leave it out while you get your butter melted. Once your butter melts, you definitely need to stick your candy thermometer back down in there so that you can monitor your temperature on it. You don't want to get it to the hard ball stage or the crack stage, because then your popcorn balls will be too hard. So you definitely want to make sure your candy thermometer is working and you only get it to the softball stage of 240 degrees Fahrenheit. So, butter's almost melted. Once you get your butter melted, you can just kind of stir it every now and then. You don't have to stay stirring it the whole time, because it's not dairy, it's just sugar and water basically. Butter's almost all the way melted. And you can feel that your sugar will become dissolved in it as the mixture heats up more and more. So you don't feel the little grainy textures of your sugar granules anymore. Alright, now I can put that down in there. So just a tiny bit of butter is left. The rest of it's all melted in. So now we're just going to leave it and I'll tell you what we're going to do once it's ready. Once our syrup gets to the softball stage, we're going to pour it over our popcorn and then stir with our spoon. And then I've got these non-latex gloves that I'm going to put on that are brand new clean gloves to protect my hands from the hot of the syrup. And I'll stir them up and then I'll start pounding them into balls, and I'll put them in here in my pan lined with parchment paper. After they have cooled, I finish rolling all of them, then you can take little pieces of plastic cling wrap and wrap each one individually. So we're gonna let our syrup cook, and when it gets closer to time, we'll let you know. We'll be back then. All right, y'all. Our syrup has reached the softball stage, so now I'm gonna turn off my burner, and I gotta take my candy thermometer off. And I'll wash it in a few minutes, but I wanna leave it in here to cool down a little bit. So I had a bowl sitting out to the side. And I'm just gonna stir my syrup just a little bit. And then you very, very, very carefully pour it over your popcorn. The stuff is hot. It will burn the literal fire out of you. So you want to be really, really careful. Take all of the heat precautions. Don't have little bitty kids playing around your feet while you do it. And then just kind of stir it the best that you can. You're not going to be able to do it very well because you're like me, your bowl will be full. So now, next step is still hot, even with the gloves on, so you got to be careful. You want to get it stirred around. It's going to be messy. So that's just a warning to you. You will have a mess to clean up when you're done. So don't expect it to be mess free. As you can see. So now just take some of your popcorn and you want to just press it together the best that you can. As it cools, it'll stay compressed more tightly together. And there's one. If you don't have the gloves, you will not want to do this because it's hot even through the gloves. 2. I don't want them to be too huge, so I'm trying to do them like a reasonable size. Ooh, that's still hot through the glove. All right. So we're gonna finish making these balls and then we'll come back and show them to you when we're done. All right, y'all, our popcorn balls are completely done, and it ended up making 15 popcorn balls. So it's actually really easy to do. You just got to be patient and let your syrup get to the right temperature of softball stage, and then be careful and make sure you've got something to protect your hands from the heat, because you have to shape them while the syrup is still pretty hot, because otherwise if it cools down then you won't be able to shape them. So let's try one, a small piece of one, because they're very sweet and I don't want to eat a whole one right now. So we'll just try this one here. Buttery, sweet, delicious, perfect. If you like my video for fall, making homemade old-fashioned popcorn balls, please like it, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below, share my videos to other people, and please go back and watch my other videos. I appreciate you guys watching, and one more time, Asher and Nene loves you. We'll see y'all next time in Nene's Texas Kitchen.